I've been asked by multiple people if going to NAMM is worth it. And I have to say, absolutely not. Unless you're willing to meet amazing people from all walks of life. Which includes meeting people like Sanjay C. and Darty, who showcase on their channel the latest and greatest news on new instruments, hardware, plugins, and they also have a humongous heart and are super welcoming when you meet them in person. They are literally one of the main people that challenged me to start this YouTube channel. Next is Kudrat, who's a loving cinematographer, and don't let his quietness fool you because he is fun to be around and awesome to talk to. Then there's Sun, who dubbed me an honorary family member day one of meeting him at NAMM, and he gives back to the youth and helps musicians build legacies. Steve Arsenio and Chris Pack, these two are a great combo. Steve, he does cinematography, amazing. I had the awesome chance of working with him in the past on other projects. Love his work. And then Chris Pack, he's the Atmos guy. The two of them have combined powers and working with some awesome companies so that they can bring Atmos to different projects and just kind of help push efforts in that direction. Oh yes, Decap and LJ. These two were some of the chillest, smoothest cats that I met at NAMM. Not really sure how you can be so chill, but you make fire beats. Not really sure how that works out, but the two of them pull it off. Decap, I first saw his work on Splice, where he had some drums that knock, like sound packs, and they do actually knock. And then Eldre, this guy's like the king of lo-fi. You know, every time I think of lo-fi, I think of Eldre, and I love his smooth beats. So these guys were definitely a pleasure to meet. Then there's Venus Theory, who swears he's grumpy, but every time I meet him, he makes me feel amazing for being in his presence. And his sound design skills are just epic. Ben Jordan, who's also an epic sound designer, who runs with Venus Theory sometimes. And every single time I've met him, and I've only met him twice, but every time I've met him, we immediately start laughing. It's warm, fuzzy, belly gut laughs, and we just, I don't even understand what happens, but what a great person to meet every single time. Love his energy. Then there's Bolo, content creator, music producer, and I love saying his tagline, Bolo! BT is a genius on both music production and music plugins. I had the pleasure of first meeting some of his work when I started using iZotope's Stutter Edit and then Stutter Edit 2. I can't wait to see what other new things he comes up with. I'm just excited. Let's go. Chris Onisto, who's a content creator and does awesome plugin reviews on his channel. Jason Barnez and Matt Bankston over at Cybernetic Sound Studios. Man, Jason, he lost his arm in an unfortunate accident, and the two of them have been trying to help people that have had similar situations and they lost an arm or a leg and they want to get back into playing the instrument that they were playing before that accident happened. These two are some of the best people to reach out to get that mobility back. DaFingas, who is a content creator and a whiz at music sync licensing. I've been watching some of his live Instagram videos where he's talking about sync licensing just so I can level up on my own skills. Aaron Dixon, who's a content creator and also crushes it on his YouTube channels on plugin reviews, makes some of his own plugins that I am looking forward to playing around with and to see what kind of music I can make. Had the pleasure of meeting Dr. Mix, who is a content creator and an amazing piano player that seems to be able to recreate or deconstruct any song you throw his way. Guitaro 5000, an amazing guitarist who connects with people on the street and does an improv random performance with them that at the end always seems to give that person that little pickup for their day, makes them feel happy, and I just think it's an amazing way to spread love. Keep going with that one. Guitar Thick, who's a professional video editor and is a beast on the guitar. Denise Dion, who's a professional vocalist and music producer. I had the pleasure of listening to some of her music, and it was definitely moving. Avi, another amazing songwriter and vocalist, and I had the pleasure of listening to some of his music as well. Zachary Anderson, super warm-hearted and studying to be a professional mastering engineer. E-Boogie, who professionally tours with Stevie Wonder, and he works with developing artists. What a great person to meet. There's Jules that works at Roland, who I'm secretly trying to get him to convince Roland to bring back the D-Beam. Come on, Roland, bring back the D-Beam. That was an awesome feature. Then there's the great folks over at Tribe XR, like Ozan, Leech, DJ Happa, and Tribe XR is a platform that allows you to DJ in the virtual world. And then DJ Happa complements this platform by offering coaching for DJs. At Kenneth and Nevaeh over at Unity, where they make headphones that offer lossless, high-resolution audio over Wi-Fi. I'm really looking forward to trying some of these out in my studio. I met Matthew Chong over at Windstar Displays, and they seem to make little displays for almost any project. Definitely worth a check out. Met Ken over at Magma Bags, where they make cool travel bags and cases for DJ gear. I had the pleasure of meeting Purr and the Kilohertz team, where they're known for making a killer synth called Phase Plant, and they're super welcoming every single time I've ever stopped at their booth. Next, I met the fun family business called Bee's Knees. Now this family business, they build professional sounding microphones from the components all the way to the housing. And I went there as a curious customer, ended up winning their raffle, and then I left feeling like I was part of the family. Definitely worth checking their mics out, and I'm looking forward to trying their mics out in my studio. I also got to meet some legends like Sean and Zach from Smash Mouth, who have amazing music, and Corey Feldman, who is, hello, Goonies Forever, Lost Boys, just don't drink the blood, okay? And also got to meet Hannibal Buress, super funny comedian, and I love some of the movies that he's done. And then I got to meet Tilo from Next. Hello, Next, from the R&B group Next. They have jams, you know what I'm saying? Jams. To summarize, is going to NAMM worth it? Absolutely. From the latest and greatest new gear and hardware and software to the gym of people you'll meet at the booths, walking around on the floor, at the after parties, the events, the concerts, the restaurants. It's completely worth it. All I suggest is if you go to NAMM, just make sure you're a cool, positive force at the event, because the people you meet will be. I hope I see you at NAMM.